Hi, ever wonder what the new week is going to bring along for you? Well, you get to choose the vibe when you do pick a card. So pick a number now between 1 and 5 and I'll do a psychic tarot interpretation for you. I like to have a little vision before I turn the cards over. Do you have your number? I've got mine. Let's rock and roll. Hello and welcome everybody. It's Rose Smith here from AbsoluteSoulSecrets.com. Okay, do you have your number? I've got my number. So you can have more than one number if you feel like you can't make up your mind. That's okay. But probably don't overcomplicate it by picking too many numbers, like all 5 numbers. Let's go to the board now and see what these cards have to say. Alrighty, so we're doing card number 1, which is the first card. And we'll see what transpires. I'll close my eyes. What do I see? I see a beautiful silver necklet in front of me. So this indicates a very soft feminine energy coming through. You're sort of more in a sort of receptive type of mode. You might be receptive to other people's ideas. Of course, keep it in balance with what you actually want as well. Okay, so card number 1, the card that comes out is the 8 of Cups. It's a fabulous card because it's all about you moving on with your life in a very growthful kind of manner. See, she's dressed there in green. So that suggests that there's a lot of growth and development happening for you. You may have been in a situation which wasn't so good, but you're getting over that now and moving on with your life. Now, there in the background, I know it is hard to see, there's a new moon there just with a glint of light coming through. This is all about new beginnings, okay? Even though it's an 8, so well through the cycle, there are still some new beginnings that Upstairs has in store for you. So if you pick card number 1, well done, and basically you're on your way with the rest of your life, and there's going to be some beautiful developmental energies coming through. All right, so now we're doing card number 2, and I'm closing my eyes now. I see a fountain of water. Sometimes this suggests, oops, a card comes out. Sometimes a fountain of water suggests that you've got more energy than usual. There's emotions that are flowing freely and you're sort of going with the flow. Maybe you feel a bit better, especially if you've had health issues. Things could be looking more smooth for you. And particularly with this, with the Queen of Pentacles, this indicates somebody who is very good with money or some sort of organisation with money. Even if you haven't been good at organising money in the past, it's like this week you could get down and, really sort some things out, some strategies out. You'll see here she's seated on a gold throne, as you do. And that's because it's saying she's got her feet on the ground. She's practical with it. She doesn't just sort of fly off into the ether. But dressed there in red, that also means that there's a lot of action. You know, she's very action-oriented. So she gets on with it. And so this is a fabulous card for anybody who's going into business, for anybody who's investing, for anybody who's working, especially from home. If you're not working, if you're none of those things and you're just home all day, it doesn't mean that life stops. You can still find ways to make money if that's what you choose to do, or to, wise ways to invest the money that you do have, even if it's not very much. So it's a very beneficial card for your future, the Queen of Pentacles, and doing it in a very feminine way, not in a masculine way. All right, so let's have a look now. We're doing card number 3. Card number 3, closing my eyes. Now I see a tree with a swing. Okay, this is often a family tree that I see, and a swing relates to children in your family. That could be your family of origin, or it could be your family now. It could even be your ancestors. But perhaps this week, if you pick card number 3, try to get in touch with your inner child, because your inner child deserves some fun in the sun. Okay, the card that comes up, Page of Pentacles. This brings news about your money. Perhaps it's easier to have fun if you have money, but it's not impossible. If you don't have much money, you could just go for a walk in the park or something like that without actually spending money. But the page often brings news. I'm optimistic, so I always think it's good news coming through. A lot isn't known about whatever the subject is, whatever the topic is, because she's dressed in black here, but some information is known. And then she's got these red embellishments. That suggests that action is going to be taken. And there's a nice clear sky in the background as well. A little bit of a hill, so a little bit of a challenge, but nothing dramatic. And you can get on, when you get this information, you can get on and improve your financial situation. Okay, so now we're looking at card number 4. Card number 4, closing my eyes now. What do I see? Right, I see here some, it's not a bracelet, it's like a manacle, like being in irons. But then it falls off. So that says to me that there was some sort of restriction in stopping you doing what you wanted to do, what you wanted to accomplish physically, because hands are about doing things, okay? That's what hands do. They've got a purpose. So they are about achievement, but these restrictions here, these chains and manacles on your wrists have held you back in some way and stopped you from doing what you wanted to do. So they're falling off now. And it could be, it's funny because normally if chains fell off your wrist, you'd know about it. But there does seem to be some sort of degree of unconsciousness or not being aware. And then it could just be that one day you wake up and you think, oh, I feel so much better. I feel like I can do that. But of course you want to try and do it, okay? So you probably won't know that's happened until you actually try to do whatever it is. So I would say this week, have a go. Even if you think you can't do something, try. And, you might have to try 4, 5, 6 times. I often do. But, yeah, that's how it goes. All right, a whole bunch of cards, but I'll just read the top 2. So this could have come, this restriction, the restrictive, limited feeling could have come from a relationship, especially a love relationship at some time, because she's got the heart here. So there's some sort of sadness and despair still around about that, perhaps. And the Three of Swords is about making decisions, and this sense of sadness that sort of hangs around. But it also means that there's some sort of delay for what you're wanting, what you're waiting for, or what you're wanting. And you can see that's underscored or underlined by this Hangman card underneath. So it's like maybe you're looking for a better relationship or another relationship, but you're stuck waiting. My advice to you would be, instead of waiting around, I would say move on with your life. Let that go. Send it out to the universe and, basically practice being happy in yourself, because we all have this innate happiness that we can actually get in touch with. Now, it's deep down inside us. I mean, we might have to go back generations to find it. It might be that as you were growing up, your parents didn't have it, so they never passed it on, so you're not aware of what I'm talking about. But there is deep down in all of us, there is an innate happiness and contentment, and that's what it's important for you to go within and find it. And you might have to go back even hundreds of years, but do a meditation. Maybe start looking on YouTube, search for family healing or ancestral healing, those sorts of things. Okay, so that's card number 4, cards number 4, right? Okay, so now we'll look at card number 5. Okay, so 5 is alive, and closing my eyes now. I see green leaves that are blowing away. You may have started something. The leaves have fallen off the trees. Okay, so it's like it's autumn. You may have started something, and you're just ahead of yourself in that it's not probably the time yet. So it's still the time for planning and thinking and strategizing about how you want to do it, but it's not the best time to actually start right at the minute. See here, Ace of Swords comes up. That is about planning and thinking and strategizing, exactly what I just said. Upstairs is giving you a gift, like it's a start to something, and then there's some new life that comes from that. But it's starting on the thinking end of it first, okay? So there's a lot of more energy to come in the future. But this does indicate an excellent start. It's like a triumphant sort of conquest. It's like you're going out into the world with a new idea. Maybe it's even a new relationship too, but this is not about the feeling part of it, it's about the thinking part of it. There are some challenges there to overcome, but because Spirit is giving you the ability to think clearly about the situation, you can overcome them and overcome those challenges and focus on these butterflies here. Don't know if you can see them on your device. All of the new life coming to you. So it is a fabulous card number 5, almost like a gift, new beginnings coming your way. Okay, so we only have one major arcana, which is here, card number 4. So it's more or less a sort of normal week. It's not a hugely significant week for people, but it's just about getting on with your life and getting stuff done. And a fair bit to do with money there and thinking. Okay, so that's it, everybody. I hope this is useful for you. Leave a like and a comment. That would be fabulous. And if you are new, subscribe and be alive and hit that notification bell right now. Thanks so much for listening, and I'll see you all again soon. Bye for now. Thanks so much for watching. Please visit my website, absolutesoulsecrets.com, for all things spiritual. Have a lovely day.